Hi everybody, here's another video from Angie's Inspirations, and I'm going to do now my fourth video on my experience with pregnancy. This will probably, more than likely, be the last video in this series, and then I will go on to other parts of my life, and probably do a series of videos on something else. Okay, so, well, I've told you about the two pregnancies that I had with both my girls, and I've told you about the miscarriage that we experienced in 2004. But today, what I'm going to talk to you about is, okay, so it's a little different, and I'm going to tell you about my experience with the support of my husband and how important it is to have someone who's supportive and understands your limitations when you have a disability and are pregnant. And also it's important that the person that you are with understands that there may be some things that may be different from an able-bodied woman's experience with pregnancy. So, okay, my first marriage, it didn't really work out that great, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. There were times that he was supportive and times that he wasn't. It was a very bad domestic situation in the home as well, and I left him for that reason when my oldest daughter was just a baby, and so I got full custody of her, and that part of my life is over now. But I wanted to talk to you about, you know, what happens when, or what can happen when you sometimes may not have the support of a really good, loving spouse. That pregnancy with my oldest daughter was difficult because I knew that there were going to be times that I wasn't going to have his support. He actually walked out on me in the middle of labor to go pick up a GST check, just because the money was there in the mailbox. And even though our downstairs neighbor had checked the mail and gotten the check out of the box, when she called the case room and told him that it was there, he immediately ran out like a bat out of hell. He had a habit of not doing taxes for many years, and then, doing the taxes just before the CRA would catch up with you, kind of thing. And so when he did do the taxes, we would get a major refund on the taxes, or a big GST check, or so that's why he ran out on me in the middle of labor. He did come back, but for him, money was really, really important. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. He didn't quite understand my disability very well either, so that was really difficult. He blamed a lot of stuff on me that had to do with my disability, and that's not good. It's just not cool. So, and as I mentioned, there was a domestic situation, but now I found someone who is really good to me and both my kids, and my youngest daughter is his biological daughter, and he's really good with my oldest daughter as well. He's raised her from the age of 3 as his own, so he's been really good. And I'm grateful and happy that I found him, and I love him so much. For me, pregnancy meant having a lot of ultrasounds. I pretty much had one a month for the first 6 months or so, and then I had one every 2 weeks. So my ultrasounds, there were a lot of them. People don't normally have that many ultrasounds when they're pregnant. However, when you're pregnant with a disability, you kind of become this fascinating subject, and they like to know, whether your disability is going to affect your pregnancy or the child. Even though with my case, with CP, it didn't affect either one of my girls, and it's not hereditary, so I knew that they would be okay, and so did the doctors. But it was just a fascinating experience for them as doctors. They wanted to know, basically if it was going to affect my disability, or if the pregnancy was going to be any harder because of my disability. And they kept a close eye on both the girls because of that. And other than having the constant ultrasounds, my pregnancies were pretty uneventful and normal. And I'm grateful to the doctors for the extra ultrasounds that they did, because it put my mind at ease as well as their own. So in that case, I was happy to be getting the extra medical care and the attention paid to the pregnancies. I can tell you that they, when I say they, I mean my doctors, or doctor, who handled my pregnancy, they told me, if you feel odd in any way, you should really go to the case room, and have it checked out. So here in Newfoundland, you can't go to the case room until you're 20 weeks, but they told me that, even before 20 weeks, if I feel something odd or something different, then I should definitely go to the case room. And so that's what I did. And on both girls, I had a lot of trips to the case room. And for me, it was just reassuring and knowing that everything was okay, even though I may have been experiencing some discomfort. And like I said, it's really, really important to have a supportive partner when you're pregnant and you have a disability. And I did have a supportive partner in my current husband. My first husband, not so much. But that's all water under the bridge now, and you can't really do a whole lot about it. So I don't do well on it. And I'm just happy that I am with the man I'm with today. He's wonderful and awesome, and he's one of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I love him immensely. And I just, every time I think about the way my past was with my ex-husband and the way things could have went with our daughter, it makes me sad. But then I think about what I did to get her out of that situation, and the fact that I got full custody, and that was awesome. So, yeah. So that's it for today. So subscribe, share, let me know what you think. If there's something that you would like me to talk about, please let me know, and I'll do my best to accommodate. Bye for now.